Okay, we're going to get into week 4's lessons here. This week we're going to learn about Rasa and the Gunas. This is one of the most insightful parts about the Ayurvedic nutrition program. It's an important and easy guide to understand what is going on inside our own bodies. And understanding of the 6 tastes can mean the difference between losing weight or gaining weight or maintaining weight, among the plethora of other benefits to knowing the taste and the quality of our food. Let's quickly cover our learning objectives for this week. Understanding the importance of our taste buds and how we can use this valuable tool to obtain tridosha balance. We're going to learn about the 6 tastes. We're going to be understanding the source, quality, and effects on physical and mental health. Learning the adverse effects of the excessive consumption of each taste. We'll learn the basic examples of food that fall under the taste category. Then we'll dive even deeper into the qualities, also known as the gunas, to have a better understanding of how they affect us on a deeper level, and understanding how the quality of our food affects our body after we eat it. Taste is one of the 5 physical senses. It is one of the most devalued sense organ now, especially in American food culture, because most of our food now is highly processed, which leaves it completely devoid of taste. So food producers overcompensate for this loss of taste by adding tons of sugar and or salt to keep us coming back for more, despite the loss of maturity of nutrients. We don't really know exactly when this trend started, but it has been in the last 100 years, where we began to ignore this vital sense. The industrial food industry brought us a more convenient way to find food. Unfortunately, this has completely eroded our food quality. According to Ayurveda, there are 6 tastes, known as rasa in Sanskrit. We have sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent. Pungent is also known as spicy. First, we'll talk about the sweet taste. It is known as the first taste because that is the first thing we have when we're born. A mother's milk is considered sweet. It's predominantly earth and water element. Its qualities are oily, cold, and heavy. The sweet taste decreases vata and pitta and increases the kapha dosha. Sour is predominantly fire and earth elements, and its qualities are oily, hot, and light. Sour decreases vata and increases pitta and kapha. Salty is predominantly water and fire elements. Its qualities are oily, hot, and heavy. Sour decreases vata and increases pitta and kapha. Pungent, which is sometimes called spicy, is predominantly air and fire elements. Its qualities are dry, hot, and light. The pungent taste is known to increase vata and pitta and decrease kapha dosha. Next, we learn about bitter. Bitter is predominantly air and space elements, and its qualities are dry, cold, and light. Bitter taste will increase vata and decrease pitta and kapha. And the last taste we'll cover is astringent. With a predominance of air and earth, its qualities are dry, cold, and heavy. It increases vata and decreases pitta and kapha. Let's dive a little bit deeper here. So sources of the sweet taste, for example, can be milk, honey, palm sugar, ghee, refined flours, oats, grains, most cereals, cashews, almonds, walnuts, cardamom, coconut, avocado, melon, fig, apricots, cherries, pumpkins, carrots, potatoes, beetroot, and meats. So any of those meat products are typically considered sweet. So the physical effects of the sweet taste. Sweet is the most appealing and pleasant taste. It is accustomed to the body since birth. The sweet taste nourishes the body and promotes healing and growth. The mental effects of sweet taste stimulates feelings of cheerfulness, love, and compassion, nourishes the mind instantly, hence the sense of satisfaction, and adverse effects of excessive consumption increases or aggravates kapha dosha, may lead to obesity, diabetes, lethargy, and increased cholesterol, and it will increase the feelings of attachment and greed. Next up, sour taste. Sources of sour taste are cheese, citrus fruits, grapes, pomegranate, tomato, pineapple, strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, mango, yogurt, and fermented foods. Physical effects: the sour taste can improve digestive power and appetite, increases salivation and moistens the body internally, improves movement of food through the digestive system, it regulates the downward movement of vata, it promotes strength and stability, and it stimulates sense organs. Mental effects: increases attention and alertness due to its sharp nature. It stimulates feelings of appreciation. Adverse effects of excessive consumption: can create excessive thirst, hyperacidity, and heartburn. It may lead to loss of skin tone, skin rashes, ulcers, and gastritis, and increases feelings of hate and jealousy. Let's dive a little bit more into the salty taste. Sources would be Himalayan salt, sea salt, rock salt, table salt, and soy sauce. Physical effects: salt enhances the taste of our food. It provides a laxative effect and destroys stiffness. It removes obstructions in body channels. It liquefies mucus and moistens the body. It improves digestion, appetite, and salivation. It balances blood pressure by maintaining electrolytes in the body and gives muscles its strength. Mental effects: it will stimulate the enjoyment of our food, and it stimulates feelings of interest and enthusiasm. Some adverse effects of excessive consumption: premature graying, wrinkles, baldness, inflammatory disease, and hyperacidity. Can cause water retention, leading to higher blood pressure and edema, and may cause food addiction. Let's move on to the pungent taste. Sources: chili pepper, cayenne pepper, habanero pepper, black pepper, ginger, garlic, onion, fresh basil, cinnamon, cumin, cloves, and asafoetida. Physical effects: produces body heat, causes instant watering of the eyes and nose, improves circulation, clears channels and breaks up blood clots, opens up tissues and pores, dries up mucus secretions and fat tissues, stimulates agni and improves digestion, and can provide antispasmodic action. Mental effects: pungent can increase attention and alertness of mind due to its sharp nature. It aids clarity of mind and perception. Some adverse effects of excessive consumption of pungent taste: may cause irritation and inflammation. It destroys virility in men and may cause diarrhea, ulcers, insomnia, and some skin conditions. Let's take a look at the bitter taste. Some sources of bitter taste would be Swiss chard, gourd, collard greens, kale, spinach, turmeric, neem, green leafy vegetables, black tea, coffee, and cranberries. Some physical effects of the bitter taste: the bitter taste can produce very unpleasant taste or dryness in the mouth. It's best for healing efforts when sick. The bitter taste treats indigestion, runny nose, flu, and fever. It detoxifies the body, purifies the blood, and is antimicrobial. The bitter taste lowers blood sugar levels, dries up mucus and fat cells, and it provides appetizing effect, anti-inflammatory, and gives firmness to muscles and skin. Some mental effects of the bitter taste: it's been known to help treat anorexia, migraines, and other pitta-related disorders. Some adverse effects of excessive consumption: if in excess, the bitter taste can decrease strength and energy levels. Last but not least, we have the astringent taste. Some sources would be unripe bananas, legumes, okra, dried basil, oregano, thyme, rosemary, sage, saffron, radish, tea, and sprouts. Some physical effects of the astringent taste are known to produce immediate drying sensation in the mouth, promotes healing, provides anti-inflammatory effect, detoxifies the body, purifies the blood, dries up mucus and fat tissue, helps it in binding stools as it absorbs water, and constricts body channels. Some mental effects of astringent taste: it helps the mind become collected and organized. Adverse effects of excessive consumption of the astringent taste: can cause a choking sensation and difficulty speaking, can cause constipation and bloating. It can reduce sex drive and negatively affect sperm count. It may cause emaciation, and it may cause anxiety, insomnia, and depression when consumed excessively. Here's a basic cycle to understand how to regain balance over the doshas using the taste of your food. If you would like to decrease kapha, such as decreasing mucus, fat tissue, lethargy, depression, etc., focus on eating bitter, pungent, and astringent tasting foods, and significantly decrease your intake of sweet, salty, and sour tasting foods. Kapha and vata are inversely proportional when it comes to taste. If you are interested in decreasing vata dosha, such as gaining weight, dealing with constipation, trying to overcome insomnia, anxiety, and fear, focus more on eating sweet, sour, and salty tasting foods, and significantly reducing your intake of bitter, pungent, and astringent tastes. For those who want to reduce pitta-related imbalances such as acid reflux, acne, diarrhea, anger, stress, focus on eating foods that are sweet, bitter, and astringent in taste, and decrease salt, sour, and pungent tasting foods. This is the reason why someone with a Vata constitution can eat foods that a Kapha person shouldn't. This is why the fitness and nutrition industry is failing consumers, because they ignore the law of individual differences and use the one-size-fits-all methods. And this is the main reason why what works best for one person can be very detrimental to another. Never ever take nutrition advice from someone who has a different prakriti as you, unless he or she is a qualified individual. I want you to notice that in the last slide I said the words decrease and increase. I did not say cut out any taste. No one should ever cut out a taste completely. This will cause an imbalance in the opposite direction and eventually may cause different ailments. The goal is to create balance. Ideally, all 6 tastes should be included in our diets, but in varying degrees based on the person's prakriti and vikriti. Be sure to follow up this video with the knowledge check.